Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Today, we're going to be learning about the 28 benefits of being fat by Fierce Fatty on Instagram this time. I think it's just about time to change these flowers out, huh?
The benefits of being fat. 1. Community.
Community? Yeah, dude, screw your health. There's a whole community of people out there living unhealthily. You should join them, dude. There is literally no community if you're in good shape. Sorry, there's not an entire community of people that are into that too. Never mind all the bodybuilders and crossfitters and people that like to do rock climbing and all that other physical stuff. There's no community for people unless they're fat.
2. We are incredible and resilient. 3.
You are incredible and resilient. Incredible how? And what do you mean resilient? You are resilient. When I see people on my 600-pound life, I am often like, oh my God, I cannot believe the human body can sustain somebody at that weight. So yeah, you guys are definitely resilient.
3. Mental health. 4.
Mental health. What does that one mean? Are you saying that fat people have good mental health? Why would that be so? Why would you feel good mentally if you feel terrible physically? How would being fat be a good contributor to your mental health? I wonder. That's bizarre. Why would they say that? Dude, I used to be so freaking depressed until I gained 100 pounds, man. Life has never been better, dude. Like, I was always sad. I was always going out in nature and going on hikes and hanging out with my friends and stuff. But ever since I put on 100 pounds and I never leave the house anymore and I just sit around watching TV and eating snacks and garbage food, man, life has never been sweeter. Thank you, little Debbie. Your diet plan is really working out for me.
4. Easy to find in a crowd.
Okay, I'm gonna have to agree with you on this one. You guys are easier to find in a crowd. All right, one win for you. I'm gonna give you 1. All right, I guess we're gonna have to keep score. I'm gonna award you 1 point.
5. Belly shelf / snack shelf.
All right, this is also legitimate. All right, that makes 2 points.
6. Bigot filter.
What do you mean, bigot filter? You mean that people who are bigots come and harass you and then you filter them by putting them on ignore or whatever?
7. Harder to kidnap.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and have to give you a 3rd point here.
8. Decreased mortality.
Decreased mortality. Ah, yes, I forgot about how fat people live longer and, wait, what? No, that's not real. That's not a thing. Are you referencing the obesity paradox, which is being debunked several times? Decreased mortality based on one stupid obesity paradox nonsense study. Okie dokie. What about all the countless other studies that say that being obese is terrible for you? Heart disease is the #1 cause of death, and being obese is the #1 cause of heart disease. So,
9. Better cancer survival. 10. Strong.
better cancer survival. Better cancer survival and strong. I would imagine that the outcomes for someone who is obese would be far worse if they have cancer. Your body is already constantly in a state of disrepair, right? You're constantly, it's like being sick eternally. Your immune system is weakened, your physical body is weakened, mentally you're in a fog. And what do you mean strong? Yeah, your legs are very strong to hold you up and to continue carrying you around all over the place. Your legs are extremely strong. And your heart and lungs are exceedingly strong as well to continue to put up with this excess demand on them.
11. More tattoo space.
More tattoo space. All right, I'm going to have to go ahead and give you point number 4.
12. Stronger bones and less risk from osteoporosis.
Strong bones and less risk from osteoporosis. Strong bones, sure, because of the increased pressure on them all the time. They have to get denser and stronger in response. But I seriously doubt you have less risk from osteoporosis. Unless that's just because you're getting plenty of calcium or something because you consume 10 times the amount of dairy that somebody is supposed to have. I don't know. I don't buy that one either, though.
13. Soft and cozy.
Okay. I'm not really sure what straw soft means. I guess it just means soft. I wouldn't think of straw when I think of things that are soft. I would imagine that straw would be very scratchy and nominally soft. Okay, so straw, soft, and cozy. So your body is soft and cozy. Well, I mean, are you a human being or are you a piece of furniture? Like, I got a couch already. It's pretty soft. It's pretty cozy. You want me to sit on you? You would like me to lean up against you as if you were a piece of furniture? This is a very strange relationship you want us to have.
14. More likely to survive disasters.
How's that? What are you talking about? What do you mean more likely to survive disasters? How are you going to survive a disaster if you can't get down the fire escape? Like, you know those ones that are just like a ladder like in New York? How are you going to get down that? I believe this was the same person that I saw in another video that said that fat people were more likely to die in a disaster because they didn't have special accommodations for them.
2. Emergency evacuation plans don't include fat people. So fat people are left to die in floods.
Whoa. What do you mean they don't include fat people? Do you mean like if you have to slide down a pole or something and you can't do it, like that's everybody else's fault? Or like if you have to climb down one of those emergency ladders that you see in like New York off of people's balconies or whatever, those emergency fire escape ladders, like sturdier, heavier duty, or you couldn't probably climb down a ladder, period. You want like a slide or something?
Hurricanes and other emergencies.
Yo, I am not running back up into the building during a hurricane to try to roll your ass out.
15. Great for those with social anxiety, as people are less likely to talk to you or sit next to you.
So to you, being fat is some sort of lifestyle that you go around recommending to people, like, yo, dog, I see you're in normal weight right now. You should probably gain about 80 pounds. Nobody will talk to you anymore. Nobody will sit next to you. Oh, man, it'll be freaking great, dude. You should try it out. If you don't feel like talking to anybody, just get so fat that nobody will talk to you. So are we learning today that fat acceptance is a cult? I'm starting to get some cult-like vibes here. Join us.
Join us and reap all the benefits of obesity. Never before has man been able to unlock his full potential. Until now. The year was 2022, when the power of obesity and the realization of that power had finally been unlocked. Crusaders such as Fierce Fatty were on the forefront of this battle.
16. A safety cushion with that fat around our body, protecting our organs and bones.
What, from like strikes? A safety cushion protecting your organs and bones. So you're saying that, like, if you were to take a tumble down a hill, tumbling right down on your side down the damn hill, you're saying that your internal organs and your bones would be protected by this extra layer of fat. What about the increased risk of you falling and tumbling down that hill because you're fat? your higher center of gravity, right? You got all this body like this on these little two normal ass legs, right? But you got all this extra body up here. So you have a high center of gravity. You're more likely to fall over. And then when you do fall down that hill, you're more likely to keep going because of this bastard called gravity. This fat phobic son of a bitch that we call gravity. I'm pretty sick of it. I've talked about it in other videos before, but honestly, I can never fully express my disdain for gravity enough. It's like, dude, really? This is 2022. Gravity. Come on, man.
17. Keeps us warm. 8.
All right, I'm going to have to go ahead and give you point number 5. It does keep you warm. Whether or not you want to be warm all the time, I don't know. In the summertime, you might be a little too warm. You know what I'm saying?
18. Lowers the risk of cancers and many other conditions.
Lowers the risk of cancer and many other conditions? Where are they getting this garbage from, dude? They already said something about cancer a few moments ago. I don't know why they keep bringing up the benefits of being fat in regards to not getting cancer. It sounds like you're far more likely to get cancer, right? These people probably have a highly processed diet, which is why they look like that. You would have to go out of your way eating sugar and highly processed foods to get to such an extent. And to maintain and or continue to gain weight when you are already at a very large size would mean that you have to eat a lot of calories above normal. In order to do that without taking considerable effort, you would have to eat highly processed foods and sugar. Having a diet such as this would make you far more likely to get I'm not sure if we can say that word. I might have to bleep that out. Weird times we live in, huh?
19. Buoyancy.
All right, she said buoyancy. I'm going to have to go ahead and give you point number 6. This one is true. My grandma, that I've mentioned previously, was very obese, and she would float majestically through the water with no effort at all. She just floated like a manatee, majestically through the water. It was quite a sight to see. She was like she was in her element. She was finally free.
20. Recover quicker when hospitalized from COVID.
I don't know where she's getting that information from, because from what I've seen, the vast majority of the people that died from that thing that she just said were elderly or obese. We're just playing the opposite game. We just proclaim to be whatever is opposite of the truth to be true.
21. Being underestimated and sometimes being able to surprise people.
One of the benefits of being fat is being underestimated and sometimes being able to surprise people. What? Sometimes you might be able to surprise somebody. Who knows? I mean, sometimes, maybe. I'm sure it's happened before, maybe one time. That's funny how she says that that's a benefit. Being underestimated and therefore possibly having the ability to surprise somebody with the fact that you are not completely incompetent.
22. Visually interesting.
Visually interesting. Sure, man. I mean, that's one way to put it. That's a funny thing to say about yourself. Like, are your eyes getting bored? Have them look at me, dude. They're probably getting bored of looking at all these other people that are not obese. Why don't you feast your peepers on some of this? The obesity is a lot more interesting to look at than somebody who's in good shape. You know, when you see the hard work that somebody took putting into their body and their diet and everything, and you see like years and years worth of hard work and restraint, yeah, whatever. That's boring as hell. Who gives a crap? I would rather see what it looks like when somebody just eats unrestrained with no regard to their health or their physical appearance whatsoever. I would love to see what the hell that looks like. That is interesting. My eyes get bored with that other stuff.
23. Great to have sex with.
Okay. I'm not gonna touch that.
24. Increased wind resistance.
Increased wind resistance. Is that really a benefit? Right? If it's super windy, the wind is going to be catching you a lot more. A regular person can just turn sideways and then the wind just like goes around them. But you, oh, that wind is catching you like a sail. It might push you down a hill If you're standing next to a hill, all of a sudden a big gust comes and you start tumbling down that son of a bastard. But like you said though, the increased cushion enables your organs and bones to stay safe. So I guess it doesn't matter if you go tumbling down a hill. Although, if you are more spherical in nature, you are more likely to just keep going down that hill for prolonged periods of time, whereas someone who is of a less than spherical shape may not perhaps tumble as far.
25. We're really cool. We are counterculture.
Okay. We're really cool. Hey, okay, well, I guess you are then. I mean, that's all it takes, right? A self-proclamation of being cool is all it takes. I didn't realize it was that easy to be cool. You just have to say, hey, guys, I didn't know if any of you guys noticed, but I'm cool. So, if any of you are like in high school or whatever, and you're struggling to fit in, or like you're like the nerdy dweeby kid because you have anxiety or whatever, you're an introvert or whatnot, next time you go to school, go to the lunchroom or whatever, and stand up on the table and say, hey, everybody. You get your spoon and you go tink, 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 tink on the side of your drink or whatever. And then when everybody looks, you say, hey, guys, me, I'm cool. All right? I'm cool. And then it'll start with like a slow clap. You'll just get a couple claps to begin with. But eventually it'll build, and then you'll get like a full-on roaring applause, and then you'll be the cool kid from that point out. That's how that works. I was like, yeah, dude, I'm glad that she let us know. And apparently they are also counterculture. So not only are they cool, which I would think would be like the popular kid or whatever, but they are also the opposite of that, which is counterculture, I guess. Is that the opposite? I don't know. I don't know what the hell counterculture means. You know, if you're talking about counterculture and you're not saying it in the way like this, we are counterculture, like the chick in this video here, then I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. I mean, I cannot interpret this information.
26. We're able to hide pregnancy for longer.
What? You're able to hide pregnancy for longer? Why do you want to do that? What? That's weird. Why do you want that? Why do you want to hide pregnancy for longer? Who are you hiding it from? Are you like a teenager living in your parents' house and you just look like you're older than that? Like, what's going on here? Why do you want to hide pregnancy? This is deceptive, and I don't feel good about it. And I don't know if I'd call that a benefit.
27. Empathy, self-compassion, and increased awareness and understanding of bigotry.
Empathy, self-compassion, and increased understanding of bigotry. So you're saying that, like, since people have crapped on you some, that you're more empathetic, basically. That's basically what you're trying to say. Okay, I'll give that one to you. Well, anybody, you know, who's been through a position in life where you get, like, crapped on or whatever, hopefully that has taught them a valuable lesson in being nice to other people in general. You know, a sort of empathy. But, you know, just because people have done crappy stuff to you does not necessarily mean that you have more empathy than someone else. Plenty of people get shit on, and then they go on to shit on others, like they didn't learn their lesson at all. So, time will tell whether or not you really have empathy. So I'm not giving you a point for that one.
28. Fat joy, overcoming fat hate to live our lives minus shame.
Fat joy, overcoming fat hate to live our lives minus shame? Is that what she said? And that's one of the benefits? That isn't a... That's just some positive affirmations. That's not a benefit. Okay, let's check out benefit 28 again. I'm going to read it through and pause it, and then we can try to process what it means. A lot of the time, people use a lot of buzzwords to try to sound intelligent, and if you actually sit there and listen to the words and the context that they're being used in, you'll see that it's utter nonsense, right? So let's go back and read it and interpret it and put it into normal English, so that we may try to absorb its message. All right, so the 28th benefit of being fat is fat joy overcoming fat hate First of all, that's not how you would start off that sentence. That doesn't even make any sense. Fat joy overcoming fat hate to...
Fat hate to live...
To live our lives minus shame. The 28th benefit of being fat is fat joy overcoming fat hate to live our lives minus shame. Fat joy overcoming fat hate to live our lives minus shame. Fat joy overcoming fat hate to live our lives minus shame. That's the 28th benefit. So if you get fat, then you'll have that going for you. Yeah, that'll be one of the benefits that you can put on your fat resume, I guess. I don't know. All right, so so total score that I've got for her is 6. I gave her 6 points out of the 28 things that she mentioned as being benefits, as actually being benefits. You know, I gave her the benefit of the doubt, you know. We ran a little tally there. I kept it nice and clean and fair, I thought. So I gave you 6 points. So that's a fail. Most of those benefits were based on outright lies, like decreased mortality from being obese. Oh, I know. You know all those 90-year-olds that are obese that you see all the time? And 80-year-olds, and 70-year-olds, and 60-year-olds, and 50-year-olds, and 40. What age was Cat Paws? I believe it was 42 or 44. Okay, so if you can't find any obese people aged 50 and up, there's a reason for that, my friend. And the reason for that is not because of a decrease in mortality, but due to an increase in it. And that's a hard pill to swallow, I know. But if you have any sense in your head, you would not hold on to one little flawed study about an obesity paradox when you can see death staring you down, right? like, dude, all signs point to obesity being deadly. So I wouldn't hold on to some obesity paradox and continue going down a slippery slope, because you're the one that's going to pay for it in the end. Not to be mean, but this person looks like they might be getting on the upper end of the life expectancy for people who are obese. So they need to probably cut out the nonsense soon. Anyway, that about does it. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing. And I'll see you in the next one.